What's up, Taurus? Sun, moon, and rising. How's it going, guys? I just ran to the little market store a block away from my house because, I don't know, man, like, I started taking these vitamins. I've been changing my morning routine. I've been changing some things in my daily vitamin intake, and I don't know. I think my body is just really sensitive to certain changes and the things I put in my body. So I don't know. I was like, even though I had my coffee this morning, I was just really tired. It's kind of been a long morning. There's been a lot going on. There's a lot going on. We are getting ready to move my grandma out. There's just a lot of things that I'm dealing with around my apartment. Yeah. And this lunar eclipse is just, it's a big one. It's a big one. And it just so happens to be in Sagittarius, which is my sign. So for me, like, because I watch other astrologers and tarot readers on YouTube, and I'm like watching their interpretation of the lunar eclipse, and they're like, oh boy, Saggy. But this video is not about me. I mean, it's about you, but it's also about me because it is my channel, and I like to sometimes just chit chat about my own things that are going on. I was thinking about how it's almost going to be 1 year. It's almost going to be 1 year since I started this channel. I started it with, did I start it with May or June? I can't even remember now. Oh my goodness, I can't remember if I started with May 2020 or June 2020. I think I started with June 2020. So it's going to be a year. And it's been a very, very slow process, slow development. Like, I'll hear other YouTubers who, will be on YouTube for a year and they already have like thousands of followers, and that's really great for them. But that's just not my path. That's not my path. And ever since I did start this channel, like literally I started this channel and everything was fine, and like, and then literally like the moment I start my channel, it was just like this domino effect. And all of these things started to come up in my life that I had to take care of, like family stuff and moving, and like, oh my God, it was just like one thing after another, one thing after another, one thing after another. And it's just not stopping. Even now, it's like one thing after another. Like there's always something. Like just when I feel like I've released myself and I've unburdened myself and like I'm in a good place, like bam, like something else happens. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know, man. The universe is just putting me through a lot of tests right now. So I might even have to get a part-time job. I've kind of been, I mean, eventually I definitely do want to be able to make a living off of tarot and astrology and be able to work from home. But like I said, it's a steady process. And I feel like Taurus, you guys would probably understand the most about like slow and steady wins the race, right? Like what's the rush? I really want to bury my roots very, very deep. I really want to build a strong community on my channel. I really want to build something strong and something of value. Okay. And I am on my own personal journey through, it's like while I'm on this journey with you guys and doing this, I'm also on a personal journey, and I'm trying to like harmonize my own life and bring balance into my own life. And it's just like constant, like trial and error, or like things just kind of being thrown at you that you have to figure out, and you really have to take the time to be honest with yourself about like how you feel and who you are and what you stand for and what things really mean to you. And so yeah, you know, it's just been crazy. But so this lunar eclipse is happening in your season, Taurus. And there's going to be a lunar eclipse at the end of the year in Taurus. I think it's a lunar eclipse. Maybe it's a solar eclipse, but I think it's a lunar eclipse. I kind of want to look it up now. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus on November 19th. There you go. So we're having our full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius on May 26th. And lunar eclipses are all about releasing and letting go of the past, of old patterns, breakthroughs, you know, like deep breakthroughs, like things that are like maybe like repressed memories or just spiritual like darkness, some deeper things that maybe you haven't fully confronted, like really allowing it to just kind of like really allowing yourself to purge it from your system and to allow those like darker energies that you've been holding on to and harboring and kind of like let it, allowing it to coagulate, allowing it to like rise to the surface and purge itself so it can be like released. I know this is going to sound kind of dark, but it's almost like an exorcism. Okay, it's almost like an exorcism, but not so dramatic, not so like grotesque. It's like a spiritual purging in a way of, it's so you can heal. So you can heal, you know? Like imagine walking through a bushy field, like a field of roses or something, and you get like a thorn stuck in your skin. I don't know, this is probably a really bad example, but you know, and then you have to get the thorn out and you have to get your tweezers. And then like once you get it out, there's like this satisfaction. There's this like black thing and it's like in your skin and then you have to tweeze it out. And then there's like a satisfaction in knowing that it's out. And then there's like a little hole left over. And like there's a feeling of, you know, like relief. But then you have to let the hole heal, right? Maybe like put some peroxide on it, something like that. So I don't know, that's kind of an example. But with the Sagittarius energy here, it's like releasing old belief structures, belief systems, philosophies, purging all these older kind of ways of existing in the world, philosophies of life and being, and letting it go, like any heavy burdens that you've really been holding on to, things from the past, memories that are just sitting there. They're just like sitting there, you know, like in the pit of your stomach. Like they're just like sitting like right. That's not really your stomach, but like the way that I kind of feel this energy, it's like right here. And it just sometimes, sorry, I'm like looking because my computer is over here. My webcam is right there. So I just want to make sure that it's recording. But, you know, I don't know if you guys get this. I get this. Where I don't know, if like something disturbs me mentally, if I feel like mentally disturbed, like I start to feel physically sick. Like it's like this, you know, because your mind is connected to your body. And I totally believe in the whole psychosomatic kind of relationship between mind and body. Like like how they will say that repressed memories, like if you are not healthy mentally or if you have a lot of repressed memories, it's going to come out in like physical deformities or like diseases or cancer, or like it kind of gets released into the body. Like the more mental pressure you have and the more like you kind of keep things stored, it kind of like, I imagine it as like this pressure within your consciousness that ends up trying to find an outlet. It wants to find an escape. And because it's not coming out in creative ways or expressive ways or like, you know, communicative ways, like where you can communicate your emotions or your feelings or your thoughts or create art or like express these different dimensions of consciousness, it starts to like trickle into different areas of our body. It starts to manifest in physical issues, okay, like back pain. Yeah, so that's psychosomatic, okay, that's a brain-body connection. I remember I bought my brother this book on psych because he was having a lot of back pain, which was actually caused by physical injury. But it stretched on for so long that it turned into a connection with his mind as well. But anyway, that's really interesting. So I don't know if like you guys are kind of dealing with that right now or what. But anyway, these decks are pre-shuffled, okay? So I'm using the Spirit Animal Oracle and Murder of Crows Tarot. And basically these mid-month readings are for your sun, moon, or rising. So Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. And these are just, these are general readings, but they can change in focus every month. Where my monthly readings is specifically for your rising sign, and it is geared more towards astrology. And it's kind of like a broader sense of astrology. And then we let the cards show us which energies to focus on, whereas the mid-month ones, it's a specific theme from the very beginning, and then we let the tarot and the oracle show us more of that. So for this particular reading, the theme is the lunar eclipse, right? And then probably next month, mid-June, I'll probably do the solar eclipse in Gemini. So lunar eclipse, letting go, letting go. Okay, so we're going to do one row over here of what you need to release and let go of. And like there's something really, really deeper within you that you are probably not even aware of. It's probably repressed, and it's just something deeper that needs to kind of come up to the surface so you can kind of like, this could be disturbing to some people. It could, like the visual of it, I keep thinking of like Exorcist movies. I am a big horror fan, so I'm sorry if I like traumatize you, but I do think of it as like a purging, almost like throwing up emotion, almost like, I don't know if have you ever experienced an emotional pain that was so painful and so deep that when you cried, you almost felt like you were going to throw up? It's like a purging. It is a form of cleansing. It's like, you know, kind of getting those demons out. But anyway, so that's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm feeling this lunar eclipse, and I don't know if it's because I am a Sagittarius, but like, there's a lot of things that have just been happening this month where it's like just leaving this bad taste in my mouth. And I just like, even, you know, and I have like, I will drink alcohol every once in a while, and, you know, like something will trigger me and I really will be like, ugh, you know, like it'll make me sick. But despite whatever, alcohol or no alcohol, like I get these moments where I'm just triggered and I'm like, ooh, you know, like I feel almost like my body almost feels kind of like ill from it. It's crazy. So yeah, so that probably means that something needs to be released, that there is something, some kind of toxin or some kind of emotion or some kind of memory. There's like something within the body that needs to be released, that needs to be understood, and it wants to be understood. Okay. So that's enough of me rambling. My goodness. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull your cards. Okay, what does Taurus need to release for the lunar eclipse? What does Taurus need to release and let go of for the lunar eclipse? What does Taurus need to release and let go of for the lunar eclipse? What does Taurus need to release and let go of for the lunar eclipse? Yeah, so let me know if you guys have any comments. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think of everything I just told you. What does Taurus need to release and let go of for the lunar eclipse? What does Taurus need to release and let go of for the lunar eclipse? What does Taurus need to release and let go of for the lunar eclipse? What does Taurus need to release and let go of for the lunar eclipse? What does Taurus need to release and let go of for the lunar eclipse? What does Taurus need to release and let go of for the lunar eclipse? All right. Woo, Taurus, man. I don't know. I like talking to you guys. There's something, you know, I don't really have, okay, I have a lot of Tauruses that are like acquaintances. I know Tauruses. I have family members that are Tauruses. None of them are like close friends. None of them I'm really close to. But for some reason, whenever I do a video for you guys, I always just want to like sit here and just like talk. Like there's just something. I've been really feeling like you're just fixed earth energy because I don't have any earth. Well, I don't have any planets in earth signs. We all have earth in our chart, okay? But I don't have any planets in earth signs. I'm fire dominant. And I just need, like, I can feel it in me. I need, like, earth energy. And I just recently started, like, bringing more plants into my home. And even though I live in an apartment, I'm, like, planting seeds, like, trying to start a little miniature garden. And I'm just like, I just need more earth. Like, I just need that earth energy. I can feel myself, like, craving it because it keeps me stable. It keeps me calm. It keeps me just, like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. There's just, like, that fixed earth, that, like, stable earth because I'm mutable. I'm mutable fire, right? So that stable earth energy is just, like, such a breath of fresh air, you guys. And that's exactly what I need to, like, that is what your energy is exactly what is inspiring me to keep going on my path, to just keep going, to build my business and just, you know, take my time, do it steady. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm just vibing off of you guys. I think I need more Taurus friends. Buffalo spirit. Oh God. Oh goodness. This is going to be like therapy 101 for Nicolette. Oh my God. Isn't that funny? It's like, people will go to a therapist to listen to their problem. Like, isn't it funny how it can be reversed, where it's like one person can open up and talk about their issues and their problems, but they're talking about it with like however many people are watching the video? That's kind of funny. It's like the anonymous therapist. Okay, I'm just rambling. I don't even know why I'm rambling. Probably because I just chugged a Red Bull because I was literally passing out on my bed. And I was like, why the fuck am I so tired? Buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Okay, Taurus. So what you need to release and let go of. Okay. You're impatient. There is something, and usually you guys are patient. I feel like usually you guys are steady and you are in that vibe of like slow and steady wins a race. You are but with everything that has been going on with the pandemic and like, oh my God, if you live in the United States, just like the economy, like, oh my Jesus. With everything that has been going on, you probably feel that, you know, that your stability, which I know you love, your security and your stability and that comfort, that level of comfort that you have established for yourself, is to a degree like under threat. Okay, maybe it's not like direct threat, like nobody is, you know, like, you know, I'm sure no one is, you know, forcing you to do, like, you know what I'm saying. But to a level, you want to be able to know that you can secure with all this, like, with all these feelings, with our current political climate and just the current state of the world right now, like things still feel a little uncertain. Uranus is in Taurus right now. So if you are a Taurus rising, it's in your first house. With Uranus being in Taurus, there's that feeling that just like everything is changing and it's a little unstable because Uranus energy is unstable. It's revolutionary. It's about big changes. It's about like destruction. It's about literally just like like rebellion, you know, revolution, just things, so many things changing. And, you know, the structure, which, you know, your own value system and your own structure is also kind of changing. And maybe you feel like you need to keep up with things more. You need to be on top of like things that are going on, because like no one is going to mess. You don't want anybody to mess with your stability mess. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So there is this feeling, there is this sense that like you don't really trust like you feel like you need to play your hand a little bit more. You need to be more involved, because you think that if you just sit back and don't do anything, the universe is not going to provide for you. Which, you know, to a degree is true, but I think that you need to trust a little bit more. Okay. So what this is saying is like releasing the past, breakthrough, pushing limitations, and healing is maybe having a little bit more faith in your fellow man. Okay. Maybe having just a little bit more faith in your fellow man. That even if maybe the bigger power structures, or if things seem crazy, or if things really do seem like they are not really stable right now, maybe have a little bit more faith that there are people in this world who are talented, who are hard workers, who are skillful, who also want to see stability, who also want to create something long-term and abundant. So I feel like you need to kind of like let go and release this idea that you need to be the, you know, kind of like the bulldozer in this. With the buffalo spirit is interesting, because Taurus, you know, you guys are the bull. That you need to really be kind of like release and let go of this feeling that, how do I say this? Like just kind of trusting a little more in the universe. Release and let go of feeling like you need to take the bull by the horns and just go and do it yourself. Okay. Like you need to do everything yourself. Like let other people help you. Let other people in. I think you're also afraid of being judged. Okay, so I pulled out our tarot for release and let go. And we have two major arcana cards. We have the Judgment card, Pluto energy. We have the Moon, Pisces energy. And we have the Four of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn energy. So I think that you are afraid that the universe will judge you if you don't do this, if you don't take charge, if you don't take control and do things, and like push your energy forward. Because Uranus is in Taurus, there is this unique kind of energy that is coming out with you guys, and it's bringing you more into the limelight of in the sense of going after what you need. Sorry, I kind of like trailed off a little bit, but I don't know if that's making sense. Like, like this Uranus energy is kind of pushing you to be a little bit more rebellious in a way, to like kind of put yourself out there a little bit more in a way, instead of being so comfortable in your home. Like you do like to step out, it's kind of pushing you to step out of your comfort zone. But this might be a time, this lunar eclipse, I think, is a very important time to maybe like let go of those expectations that you have for yourself, that where you think, hang on, I'm feeling this in a very specific way, to let go of feeling like you need to be doing this. Do you want to be doing this, or are you doing it because you feel like you need to do it? I mean, maybe you do need to, but it's kind of like they want you to release that feeling like you need to do it. Like, do you really need to do it? I hope this is making sense. Like, get in touch with your higher mind, with your spiritual self. And ask, and this obviously, just for some things, especially if you're feeling overburdened, especially if you do have a lot going on, like, you know, ask yourself, do you really need to be doing this? Or do you just think that you need to be doing it because you're worried, because you're not sharing how you really feel with the moon over here, and you're worried about like losing your savings or losing your stability? Maybe you think that you need to push yourself more so you don't lose what you already have, even though what you already have is like sufficient. So you feel like the more you feel like you need to be doing it, because the more you do it, the more stable you'll feel. But I mean, maybe this Uranus energy is actually here to teach you something else. Okay? Maybe the Uranus energy is pushing you out of your comfort zone so you can reevaluate what you really need to be doing and what you really don't need to be doing. And what really does bring you comfort and joy and peace, and what is like whatever. What can you really truly be happy off of, and what is just fluff? Because I know you guys like the fluff. I know you guys like the art and the beauty and the pretty things. But maybe there's a way to trim it down. Because maybe the universe wants to provide something to you that's so much more meaningful than just feeling like you need to be constantly doing something because you think that that's what you should be doing, when in actuality it's like, well, do you really need to do that? Is it really that important? Okay, so that is my spiel, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, Taurus. Okay. So how can we, how can Taurus, okay, so the next question would be like, how can you begin the process of letting this go? How can you step into this like fresher Sagittarian energy after that energy is released, after all that is released? How can you step into like a more inspired version of yourself? So we have Nightingale spirit, love is all around. So it's kind of just like understanding that there are other forces at work. There are other things kind of like happening around you. You know, other people can take care of certain things. Like, it doesn't always have to be you. Or you know, just like open yourself up to the idea that like have more faith. Okay, have more faith that there is love in the universe, that there are other people out there who are doing what they need to be doing, and, you know, not everything has to fall on you. Or, yeah, just kind of like be more open to just natural beauty as opposed to, you know, like possessions or something like that. Like kind of more like that natural beauty. The beauty that you see in people, the beauty that you see when you just go for a walk, the beauty in sentimental value of things that you already have, you know. Okay, let's pull some tarot cards. Oh my God. I'm having about, we have the Ace of Pentacles, blessings. Oh my goodness. Financial blessings. Queen of Wands, Aries energy. This is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and then we have Aries energy, so new inspiration. Okay, so new blessings, financial blessings, and then using it towards something creative, using it for some new inspiration, something creative. And then we have Six of Swords, it's Mercury in Aquarius. Okay, so something creative, but also travel. All right, taking a vacation, going to just relax somewhere, okay, by a river, go canoeing, okay, go on a little speedboat ride, go on a sailboat ride, go fishing. Just go like float above water for a little bit and let your mind just like drift. Just let your mind go, let your mind drift, and you will probably come back really understanding what you need to be doing and what you really don't need to be doing, okay? I am hitting the 30-minute mark, but I feel like I really got my message across, so I really hope this reading helped you guys. And hopefully you kind of enjoy my ramblings about my own life, but feel free to leave comments down below, like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.